Hope you are doing well. If you are not, I'm sure you will be more energized after you listen these AI tips which I prepared for you today. So today we're going to master prompt engineering. I would like to share with you how to write prompts that get accurate AI answers. Why am I doing this? Because I'm working hands-on with AI, building AI solutions and leading a team. Precisely last 3 years, I am focused on building solutions with generative AI, and this is related to ChatGPT technology, Gemini, Claude, Perplexity, Llama, Qwen, Grok, DeepSeek, all these models. Let's call all of them AI chatbots. Okay. So this is a practical guide which I developed for everyone from beginner user to advanced developers. I hope everyone will get something really useful for them, which you can use in practice. So let's get started. So I have here 13 slides. I'll try to be as quick as I can. Link on the slide deck I will attach in the description to the video, so you may go through it in your own pace later on. But let's speak through this, so I will give you more dive in. Okay, so first one, what really matters? Why prompt engineering matters? First, what is prompt engineering? Right, so this term, I think it was invented a couple of years ago, like roughly 3 years ago when OpenAI released ChatGPT, like first version, right? It was November 2022, roughly 3 years, right? So prompt engineering, this is a process when you are writing something to these AI chatbots. You're asking what to do with my ingredients, what can I cook with my ingredients? Okay, this is prompt engineering. And this particular video is to provide you details how to do this prompt engineering in a way that you get accurate answer. Okay, so how you write this text, your question or whatever you type into ChatGPT, this really matters. Okay, this is 100% of your success to get right output. So four points I would like to raise here: accuracy, efficiency, creativity, and productivity. So first, why accuracy matters? Because it get precise answers that match your exact needs. Efficiency, save time by getting it right the first time. You don't need to iterate or write many prompts to get some answer you were targeted. Creativity, you can unlock AI's full potential for innovative solutions. And productivity, it transforms hours of work into minutes. All these 100% truth. I would recommend to use this clear framework as a structured approach to prompt engineering. So clear, it stands for context, length, examples, audience, role. I find it really easy to memorize in this specific way, and all these 5 pillars, they are crucial for your successful prompt engineering. Context. We will go into details on the next slides for each of them. Just briefly, let's touch on this. Context. This is related to the need to provide a background information and set the scene, okay, for the chatbot. specify length, specify desired output length or format. If you don't specify the output, you may get really long response from ChatGPT, which you will never read through, right? Examples. Show what you want through concrete examples. Okay, this is called, in technical terms, one-shot learning or few-shot learning. I'll explain in a bit. Audience. Define who the response is for. This is crucial. Because your response is different if you just imagine real life situation. How you speak to a child, it is very different how you speak to a lawyer, okay, or a judge. So that's why you need to define in your prompt who the response is for. And fifth part is a role. Assign AI a specific expertise or perspective. Let's dive in. So context, first one. Context is a key. More context equal better answers. Example of the bad prompt. Tell me about marketing. It will tell you a story of something broad, which you maybe already know. So you need to be very precise in the context for the model, what you're asking about. So a good prompt with a clear context, for example, like this. I'm launching a sustainable fashion brand targeting Gen Z consumers. Explain digital marketing strategies. Okay, not tell me about only marketing. So explain digital, because marketing can be also different, right? Digital marketing strategies that would resonate with environmentally conscious 18-25-year-olds focusing on Instagram and TikTok. This is perfect detailed context for AI chatbot. Okay, it will give you exactly what you want. Key takeaway from this: include relevant details about your situation, goals, and constraints. Be specific about what you want. Don't write generic prompts like write a blog post about productivity. Okay, a good prompt would sound like this. So, and this is related to a length, which was in clear, right? In clear framework. So write a 500-word blog post about productivity hacks for remote software developers. For remote software developers, this is your audience. This is for whom your response is for. Okay? So include 5 actionable tips. Use conversational tone. Tone is matters, right? What type of language you want. You want to be sweet, you want to be polite, you want to be conversational, you want to be chatty, you want to be strict, professional, short in words. Include a catchy. If you specify it in your prompt, it will give you a great result. Include a catchy introduction and conclusion. Format with H2 headers for each tip. So H2, this is type of the header. For example, be specific here. This is kind of H1, the biggest one. A little bit smaller will be H2, etc. This is related to titles. This will make your output very structured and nice. So specify, to sum up this slide, try to specify format, a list, essay, code, table, tone, formal, casual, technical, here, right? Length, words, paragraphs, items, here. Structure, sections, headers, bullet points, okay, so here, actionable, and format. Moving on. Show, don't just tell. Example from our clear framework. Examples. Examples dramatically improve output quality. Okay, if you incorporate in your prompt one example of where you've seen that you liked how people presented something, for example, here, generate product descriptions in this style, and you copy it from somewhere, example which you really love, and you want to write in a similar style, but for your case. So you provide an example. Okay, this is what you really liked somewhere. And then you write. It's also good to keep here new lines. Okay, so it makes your prompt structured. It helps AI chatbot to consume your information. This is also a trick for prompt engineering. Good one. And then you give it a request. Now write a similar description for bamboo sunglasses. And I want, for example, product description for bamboo sunglasses. So it will write you in a similar style. So this is one-shot learning. Okay. If you provide 2-3 examples, this will be called few-shot learnings. Okay. Or this in dev language, we call it few-shot learning. So here, few-shot prompting. Okay, so of the desired output format. Leverage role-based prompting. R, right? From role, clear, from our framework. Give AI an expert persona for specialized knowledge. This is important, and it's good if you start your prompt with this. So act as a senior financial advisor when you want to get some investment insights. You're a UX design expert to get interface feedback, for example. If you are asking about security guidance, provide it a role as act as a cybersecurity specialist. Or, for example, to get a compelling story, you're a creative copywriter. Sorry. Why it works? Role assignment activates domain-specific knowledge and appropriate communication style. Because these AI chatbots, they know everything. Okay? And to get a specific information from a specific sector, this role-based prompting, incorporation in the prompt, this role, how you want the AI behave, this is helpful, and this will change the way it generates output. And you will feel the difference. You will see the difference immediately. Next slide. Request step-by-step reasoning. For complex problems, ask AI to think out loud. So if you have something really complex, this is called also chain of thoughts. Okay, so ask AI to reveal the way it, let's say, thinks, right? How it generates these statements. A good prompt. I need to decide between 2 job offers. Let's think through this step by step. First, list the key factors to consider. Second, then compare each offer on these factors, what matters for you, right? 3, identify pros and cons for each. And finally, provide a recommendation with reasoning. This is offer A, this is offer B, okay? And here, magic phrases are, let's approach this step by step. In this case, the AI will process your request in a logical way, step by step. Or you can add a phrase, think through this systematically, or break this down. Next point, iterate and refine. Great prompts often evolve through conversation. First, start broad. Okay. When you don't know the specificity of what you're looking for, start broad. Explain quantum computing, let's say. Then add specificity. That's too technical. Explain quantum computing for business executive with no background. Okay, if you would add this in initial prompt as per previous slides, you would probably you would not need this step. Okay, and then request adjustments. Create now add 3 real-world business applications and keep it under 200 words. You see, this part is as well. It is included in our actually clear framework, right? So if you don't know how to write prompt at the from the first attempt, try to do it in step by step, okay? Because this is a skill which you develop as you practice more and more. Common pitfalls to avoid. Assuming context. Don't assume AI knows your previous conversation or situation. Okay, you need to provide prompt. You need to provide context along with your prompt. So this is part of the success. Being too vague. Help me with my project. What project? What kind of help you are looking for? And then it will ask you some questions. It will generate these words, and if you're paying for the let's say for ChatGPT, your money will run out very soon, right? Very fast. So multiple requests. Asking for 5 different things in one prompt reduces quality. So one prompt should target a specific single output. Okay. No constraints. Without boundaries, you get generic, lengthy responses. Okay, this also, you see, all of this contradicts to our clear framework. That's why it's a good habit to stick with it. 2 more things. Ignoring format, not specifying how you want the output structured, leads to inconsistent results. So basically, model does what it thinks, what it just generates in a sequence, okay? Because it doesn't think, it doesn't really know what. It just generates sequence of characters, which ends up some text for a human. One-shot expectation, expecting perfection without iteration. Refinement is a part of the process. Okay. So if you want to make your prompt perfect, you need to experiment and iterate, especially if you're working as a dev, as a prompt engineer, and you're working on some difficult business problem with lots of granularity. So yeah, refinement is a part of the process. So let's go through these pro tips and tricks. This is more developers one. So use delimiters, separate different parts with either of these characters. Okay, this is very useful. Then request output format. Provide answer in JSON format as markdown table. This also usually helps a lot. Add constraints. Also provide answer in JSON. If this is chat, yes, you can copy paste. If you're using API, this is a different story. You can specify now, for example, format you want, right? Or you can use Pydantic. I may record a video about this later on. Okay, this is for developers more. But for users as well, if you want to learn more, you can ask provide answer in JSON. It will provide you an answer structured in curly brackets, so you will learn something new. It's good, right? So add constraints, limit to 3 options, use only data from 2024. Ask for citations, include sources for each claim. Request multiple perspectives, analyze from both technical and business viewpoints. Use negative prompting, explain AI ethics without using technical jargon. Temperature control. Ask for creative via precise outputs. So you probably seen temperature parameter in chatbots. So it's usually from 0 to 1. 0, there is a general thinking that if you put 0, it will give you more deterministic outputs. It might still vary, but not as much as you put 1. 1 is for creativity. So, and meta prompting, before answering, ask me clarifying questions. Okay, this is when you work on something really complex. Right, putting it all together. So, excellent prompt example include role, act as a senior product manager with 10 years of SaaS experience. Wider context, I'm building a task management app for freelance creatives. Our beta users say the interface is cluttered. Task, what we want to do, right? What we want language model to do, AI chatbot. Analyze common UX patterns in successful productivity apps and suggest 5 specific improvements to reduce clutter. Format. For each suggestion, please provide improvement, why it works, an example app that does it well. And constraints. Keep explanations under 50 words each. Focus on mobile-first design. And finally, practice makes perfect prompt. Start experimenting today. Let me know how it goes. If you have any questions, comment below this video. I will be happy to read through and answer where possible. And thank you. So ready to unlock AI's full potential? Please contact us at ultraforia.ai. This is my new project. Okay, empowering everyone with AI excellence. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you find it really useful. You learned a lot. Start using it today. Let me know how it goes. Subscribe on this YouTube channel and give me a thumbs up. And see you next time. Bye.